Good afternoon, happy stampers, and welcome to my Happy Stamping Studio. My name is Judi Anderson, and I'm an independent demonstrator here in the United States. I'd like to welcome everybody, my live viewers and those watching on replay on my Facebook or on my YouTube channel. Welcome. Make sure you comment and say hello and let me know where you're coming from. And if you're watching on YouTube, please comment. I do read my comments on YouTube also, and I will respond there also. So if you have any questions during this class today, please comment by asking them. If you're liking what I'm bringing you, give me hearts and love and thumbs up. And be sure to share this with your friends. So hit that share button. I am just checking now to see if I am on live. It says I am. Okay, let's see. Oh, nope. That was yesterday's live. Let me grab my phone. Okay, it says I'm live, but I am not seeing me. Here we go. Okay, just got the notification, so it is showing up. Awesome. So here we go. So today I am using more Sale-ABration products. I want to show you that you can combine some of these products with so many products that you already have or that you're thinking of getting or have gotten from the annual catalog and the mini catalog. And I will tell you, what the product I'm using today, I have already gone through 2 packs of this paper, this designer series paper. I am in love with it, and I will show it to you in just a second. I am combining it with a stamp set from the annual catalog that was actually in our mini last fall. And it's a stamp set that I got later on in the catalog, but I never got to share it. So I was so happy to learn that it carried over into the annual catalog. So I'm using it now in a product, and I have been using it in projects all over the place. Today's card is actually a card that I created for a swap that I was in, and that is when demonstrators swap with other demonstrators card ideas. We have even more card ideas from stamp sets that we already own and stamp sets that we don't own, so that it gives us a variety to show our customers. So say hello as you come on, and I am going to flip you around and we're going to get started. So the Sale-ABration product that I am talking about is found in the Sale-ABration catalog, and it is available from July 1st through the end of August or until quantities last. And this is another product that I think may be going selling out before the end of August. It's found on page 6 and 7 of the Sale-ABration catalog. And it's called the Rings of Love 12 by 12 Designer Series paper. It is lovely paper. So I'm going to show you the patterns. And what you get in here is you get 12 sheets. So you get 2 of 6 different designs that bring you through spring, summer, fall, and winter. So here's the first design right here. And this is a winter. It is poinsettias. And here are some trees. And oh, I mean, I could have used this one today too. In fact, it was a big toss-up. But I thought, you know what? I'm going to duplicate my swap just as I made it. Here is another one. And this one can be spring and it can be summer. I love it with the little houses. I can see making some welcome to the neighborhood cards with this, cutting these out. And on this side, look at this. This is definitely summer. This is gorgeous. This is the next paper I'm going to be designing with. And here is another one. This is one of my favorites. This is a floral. It's summery. It's springy. It's fall-y. It's got all the different colors. It's got Poppy Parade and Soft Suede, crushed curry, night of navy, mint macaron in it. And this plaid, okay, you guys know how I love plaids. I am in love with this plaid. So, and I've used it already and have made some scrapbook pages. Okay, wait a minute. Then this one is another lovely page. This is a wintry. I did a scrapbooking event this last weekend, and they got to choose from this side or this gorgeous side. Now, when I did my layout, I used this, but a couple of the girls flipped it over, and I said, you know what? I wish I used the birds, because I was trying to use the birds somehow, and I was kind of stuck when I was designing and was stuck on the one side, and I should have paid more attention. Then we have this one, another favorite. Okay, I love mushrooms, and I just love this paper. Now, this does coordinate with the Ringed in Nature bundle that's found in the annual catalog. And if you purchase that bundle, you could get this coordinating paper. And then it has the tree trunks on the back cut out, or the wedges of limbs or trees on the back, and it has an embossing folder that cuts these out. I don't have it. It's got an embossing folder, and it's a hybrid with the dies that will cut out and emboss at the same time. Now, I have not gotten that bundle yet, but I'm going to tell you, this paper has got me thinking that I need that bundle. And here is a really cute card. I love this card right here that's found in the catalog, and see how it uses those rings, and they have used the embossing folder and all the different elements here. So I just, you know, it's just got so many possibilities. And here it would be a great card for a neighbor for the holidays. So I believe this paper is a must-have in your product collection. Now, I hear from many of you that you collect designer series paper. Use it, you guys. You know, I am one that loves looking at it too, because it's so pretty, but you know what? Use it. Okay, so we're going to start with our card base. And today I cut it at 4 1/4 and measures 11 inches, and I scored it at 5 1/2. So we are going to go ahead and burnish that right now with our bone folders with a good fold and crease. Then I have a piece of Night of Navy that measures 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. Here's one of those designer series. Oh, you know what? I didn't show you this one. This is in there also, but I've used it almost all up. So on this side, it's got the leaves and the acorns, and the back, it's got a summery feel to it, just a kind of like a collage type paper. But we're going to be using this side today. And then I have a strip of 1/2 inch, and I'm going to end up it's just a scrap. I think it's 4 1/4 crushed curry, and then a piece of Night of Navy that measures 3/4. These are just scraps that I picked up out of my scrap bin. You know, I love using scraps. That's the biggest hint I can give you. I keep mine by color, and I go to my scrap bin first, because sometimes I have cards cut out. In fact, my card base today was in my scrap bin. Here is a die cut, and this is goes with the Forever Fern, which we are going to be using today. And we're going to be stamping on that, and then I have a scrap of basic white. I'm going to go ahead and start with this. So we are going to be stamping the squirrel with the acorn today. And I'm going to start with soft suede. Soft suede is one of the colors in the designer series paper. I like to stamp the outline in this particular stamp first, and I will tell you why. I'm going to give you a hint how to use the second stamp with this. We're just going to stamp this on here. We are going to be fussy cutting him out. I almost wish that they had a die for this guy, but they don't, so we make do. Then I have the second generation, or this is a two-step stamp. So this stamp is going to color them. So we're going to ink him up in crumb cake. And yeah, Monica, you're going to want this paper because I know you have this stamp set and have made some really cute cards. Now, when I line this up, see on the stamp here, there is just a little bitty cutout like for his eye. So I'm going to line that up with his eye and then line up his feet. And I have found that that is the easiest way to line this up. Now I'm kind of looking over the camera, so I may not get this on real straight. Let me see, there we go. Okay, and we're just going to press down. And this is going to color him for us. So no coloring. Now you could color a little bit with him. If I had my pastels here, I'd probably give him some little pink cheeks. In fact, hang on. I do have my pastels here. We used them yesterday. I thought I packed them up in my class. I have a class after I'm doing this today. It's a live class where we're making some fun cards. So I'm just going to rub my Q-tip onto my pastel, and I'm just going to give this a little rub right here and give him some pink cheeks. I want to customize my squirrel. And just those little things, you guys, add so much to your cards. You know, it's just those little touches that you do. Now we're going to color the acorn. So I am going to pull out my soft suede, and we can two-step stamp that. We can color that, and we can, since it's photopolymer, we can easily see through that. And then we have the acorn bottom, and we're going to stamp that over the bottom of the acorn, and voila, he's all colored that quick. You know, it's probably going to take us a little bit longer to cut them out than it did stamp them today. So I'm going to go ahead and get my paper snips, and we're going to cut this out. So like I was saying, and I'm just going to chat a little bit while I cut this out. Take a look at these papers, you guys. As I mentioned, I did a scrapbooking event. It was an all-day event on Saturday where they made 12 layouts to take them throughout the year. And so I kind of themed them to the month. We didn't necessarily do Valentine's layout for February, but I themed it around the colors, and the theme was love. And I used these papers, you guys, in probably half of the layouts. And everybody kept asking, what paper is this? And I said, you know what? I says, you can get it free with a $50 purchase right now. And a couple of them were asking about paper pumpkin. And I said, you know, now is a great time to purchase paper pumpkin because you earn free items with your subscription, depending on the subscription that you choose. I had posted earlier this week a chart because so many of you asked me about it. And so I wanted to post that so you could see what you could get. And, but like I said, this paper is awesome. And it won't be available after celebration, so you know you want to get it. Okay, and don't hesitate. You know, yesterday's project, that hippo set, I am sure that those dies are going to sell out. And the stamp set. Okay, so we have that. But if the die sets sell out, you're going to miss out on all the little accessories that go with the hippo. But you can still cut the hippo out. You can still fussy cut it like I did here. Okay, so we have him cut out. So let's get our Stamparatus out. And I have already die cut the leaf. And I need to get the stamp. And I had to do 23 of these cards. So I wasn't going to stamp and then cut. I cut them all out and then I stamped. So I'm just taking my stamp. I've secured this to my graph paper here, saved one of the dies. And as you can see, I actually have two of them in there. If I had two stamps, I could stamp two at a time. So I'm just wiggling this just a little bit to make sure it's inside. I'm going to put that down. Now I'm going to grab my die cut. I'm just going to set that in there. I don't tape them in there. Some of you have asked me about that. I don't secure them in there. They stay there. And I know that this is going to be stamped once. If I was stamping a solid image in black, I probably would secure it so I could stamp it twice and know that it's in the same position, because there is a little bit of wiggle room. So I'm just making sure I get a good image there. Okay, I missed a little bit here. See if that corrects it. That corrected it. Okay, so then I take the spatula end of my take your pick tool and lift that right out. You can also use the little gluey end to pick it up. I do that a lot. Okay, so we've got that. I'm going to put that to the side, and we're almost ready. In fact, we are ready to start assembling our card. So let's see how this card comes together. I was going to show it to you because I had an extra one, but I thought, no, you know what? Surprises are nice. I love surprises. So we're going to secure this to our Knight of Navy. And this adds just a little bit. So by doing a 3x3, you could get 12 pieces. And, you know, I just thought of something. I could have used this on a scrapbook page and done 3 squares down the side. So we're just going to add this right here. And I'm going to put it over to the side a little bit because I want that designer series paper to show. Okay, and I can place my squirrel towards this end. So I'm going to grab some dimensionals. I've got mini ones here. That's okay. Let me take this off and get my pick side. And we're going to put some dimensionals on here. Now, I know I'm going to tuck the leaves behind his tail, so I am going to keep the dimensionals in this area. I can always add a dimensional later, but I want to be able to get those leaves tucked behind his little tail and his little bum. This is a great card for those of you that are demonstrators to do in a class. And highlight this paper. So we're just going to set this up just a little bit because I'm going to want to put the words. He's going to be standing on the words. So I'm going to put this here by this bunch of acorns. So it ties in with the acorns there. Okay, so got that and that. Let's get our leaves here. So I am going to put adhesive on it. So here is our silicone mat. We don't want to get adhesive on our work surface. Okay, and I'm going to tuck this right back there. And see how that ties with these leaves? I know they're not oak leaves, but honestly, you guys, people aren't that picky. So we're just going to put that up there. Then I have my words here, and I am going to use a happy birthday stamp. And it's from my go-to greetings. This is a go-to set for me. You guys all know that. Or actually, there is a happy birthday in the set. That's what I used. I try using everything out of the set when I can. So we have that. And I am going to stamp it. Ooh, I was going to use Knight of Navy, but my Knight of Navy pad is in a class kit. So I'm just using my marker. When you ink your stamps with your markers, you want to color them as close to this base as you can, because then you know you're using the side of your tip and not the very tip, because when you color like this on your tip, you're going to ruin that tip really quick. I have had these markers, oh my gosh, since they changed them with the new colors, I've still got my original set, which is 22 years old, and they're still working fine, but I was missing a bunch of the colors, so and my daughter actually needed a set, and she goes, oh, I don't want all those colors, I just need the basic colors. So I told her that she could have that kit if she wanted. So I'm just going to take my happy birthday, and we're going to put it right here. And voila! Now I am going to trim it, and I'm actually going to trim it at an angle. Oh, I have a piece of paper on there. So we're going to trim it at an angle just for a little bit different look. Let me close my marker. And don't forget, you have a brush tip and a fine tip on here. So if this happy birthday didn't quite come out, you could use the fine tip to fix your words. So let's go ahead and get this on our little verse banner. We're just going to secure that right here. Just like that. I'm going to, ooh, pretty close, huh? Look at that. I couldn't have planned that any better. Go ahead. I'm going to leave this flat so it looks like he's standing on it. So we're just going to run that behind him just a little bit. And you know what? I'm going to move this one over. I'm going to add something that I did not add on my swap cards. I just decided. And I can do that because it's my card. I'm going to stamp another acorn. So we're going to stamp this right here. Well, using the crumb cake, and you may think, oh, Judy, you messed up there. No, I didn't. That's actually how the stamp stamps. Let's get our soft suede next and put that little cap on right like that. I'm going to fussy cut it out. I could do a circle around it. I'm just cutting the excess away, but I like to do it around the image sometimes. Sometimes I do just do a circle and be done with it. It makes it so much easier. I could have done one on a circle and done an extra one and had it going off the circle, right? So just cutting that, trying to keep that border close around there. Okay, we're going to take our adhesive and we're going to put that on the happy birthday, which it's going to be popped up just a little bit because of the layers on the paper here. Put that there. So he's got a whole bunch of acorns there. Now, I was thinking of putting it on this end, but I thought, ooh, it looked like he's pooping. Did I just say that? I'm sorry. I should have said that. Oh my gosh. Okay, so, oh, Judy. That is something Hunter, my grandson, would say. Now we're at the inside of the card, and there is another squirrel in here, and we're going to go ahead and stamp him on the inside. We don't want the inside of our card to be naked, just like our envelopes. Stamp your envelopes, you guys. So we're just going to put him right here, down here. Just add a little bit in there. Let's get our crumb cake, and as you can see, this is a two-step stamp also. Now, once again, we're looking at that eye. I don't worry about that I have ink up there. I get more ink on my papers from my fingers than I do my blocks. So I'm going to line up that eye again, lining up the eye and the ears, and that should line up perfectly with my squirrel. Just like that. Isn't he cute? And what is he missing? Can you guys tell me? What is he missing? That's right. He's missing those little cheeks. I don't even have to add any pastels to this. I'm just going to put a little bit of pink right in there, and even over that crumb cake, you're going to see that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and adhere this to the inside of my card. I will add a sentiment when I go to send this. This is a card that can go to your youngins, your teenagers, male or female, and anything in between. So let's get this. And we're going to put this on here. And I know I have a little spot on there, but I'm not worried about it because when I put a sentiment, I'm sure I can hide it. So that is today's card. I hope you guys learn how you can use some of your existing products with some upcoming celebration. So if you like this card, let me know. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and tomorrow I'll be coming on at 4 o'clock for Back to the Basics. Until we meet again, everybody, happy stamping.